Hey friends, Tux here. I've been getting some questions about two of my favorite current players out there. These are for the under $300 type price range, in fact, under 150 price range, and that would be the Surfans F20 and the INNIOASIS Y1. Okay, I have reviews for both of these two different units back in my queue. You can check them out, but it's a really good question. Okay, but I want to clarify that both of these do sound really good, you know, for the money, but they are kind of not comparing apples to apples. I mean, the Surfans is more of a traditional audiophile focused DAP, you know, with physical controls and, you know, more of a metal feel to it. This one here sounds amazing. It really does, but it is more plastic as far as the actual unit itself goes. But it sounds amazing, especially when you keep in mind those packed in headphones, those earbuds that come with it, which are truly exceptional for an under $50 DAP. I mean, really good stuff. As far as technical stuff goes, I mean, the Surfans F20 is basically a 32-bit system, 192 kilohertz, and this one is more of a 16-bit. Again, sounds amazing, but we're talking the difference between $50 or under $50 and over $100 and more like about 140 ish, 120-ish. Prices vary a little bit, but definitely over 100, under 50, you know, so it's two different things, kind of, you know. They both play a lot of formats, pretty much all the formats you'd want, and that truly is amazing for the Y1. For under 50 bucks, it has an exceptional amount of different formats that it will play with no problems at all. As far as power goes, they both sound great. I mean, they both have enough power to power normal earbuds, no problem. My Sony noise canceling here, it works great with both of them. You know, there's no real problem there at all. If you're going into some audiophile style, you know, high ohm headphones, you'll probably need something that has a built-in amp, kind of like more of the, you know, the Austrian Current Alpha, you know, or the Sony ZX707 or something like that, that is a little bit more powerful. But you can listen to it, you know, very enjoyably with any kind of headphones. Either of these two are great with really anything. You don't need a headphone amp. But I will say I do have a Surfans headphone amp I'm going to be reviewing coming up down the road too, if you want to delve into that whole process, you know. As far as signature soundstage, both of them, again, sound really, really good. I would say if I had to kind of pick and choose between the two, the Surfans feels a little bit more warm, a little more dynamic and kind of natural. This one here is crisp, but it really uses it to its advantage where it really helps separate a lot of the sounds, like little things you'll notice, like hi-hats and things, really have an amazing sound separation for 50 bucks. Truly amazing. Like, I mean, I can't say enough good things about either unit, but for under 50, like, you have to kind of give it props that it does a really amazing job for under 50. As far as operating system goes, I mean, the Y1 is Android based, but it's not like a smartphone. It can't really take on a lot of apps like a true Android device would, like a smartphone or something. You know, this one here is not Android. But it is Surfans, and it's amazing. You know, I love the scroll wheel, I love everything about the OS and how the user style works with the touchscreen and everything else, you know. As far as, I guess I should mention touchscreen, this one does have a touchscreen, you know, and this particular, the F20, is scroll wheel locked. So if you're into, you know, physical controls, especially this really nice metal wheel, this has a little bit of an edge. But I'll tell you that when I'm on non-touchscreen units, sometimes I do get that urge that I want to touch it, you know, and I'm like, oh, it's not a touchscreen, you know. I had that problem with the F35 for Surfans, but they did fix that with the F28, okay? Those are two of the newer units from Surfans. And there is rumor about that new F20 Pro coming out, which I am slated to review on this channel when it does come out, or pre-release even. So that's pretty cool. Build design, I mean, they both have a great build design. I mean, as far as screens go, this is a 2-inch screen. This is a slightly larger screen, but it is a newer device, so too, you know, as if you go into the F28, some of the newer Surfans, it's as bigger actually, you know. Materials, this is metal, which has a nice metal feel to it. This is plastic, but it feels good quality. Like, it feels good and sturdy, you know. As far as battery life goes, this one here is more around the like 10-hour range. It can be longer. It depends on, again, the volume. Depends on like the data file you're playing. It depends on if you're connected to like Wi-Fi or other things. It can, or Bluetooth, you know, speakers. Like, a lot of things can change the length of the battery life, you know. But this one is slated for around, I'd say around 10 hours or more. And this one here, they say estimated, is 30 to 40 hours with the screen turned off. But again, it's not really a fair comparison because the screen uses most of the power. But I don't have problems with either unit running out of power personally, you know. And as far as micro SD cards, again, they're usually pretty conservative about what can go into them. They say this could take a 256. They say this one has an internal 128, but there's no real adding anything in. So once you have that 128 filled, you're kind of full, you know. This one here, there's expandable storage, which does make it easy for transferring music files from one DAP to another if you're like me and have probably way too many DAPs, you know. But that's just kind of a real quick kind of high-level overview of these two units. Both of them are really good, again, and I'd say they both sound really good. Again, I'm really shocked at the good quality of the pack-in earbuds with this guy. Sounds great. It has a built-in speaker, which is a nice touch for listening to things, your like clicks or whatever, as you're plugging your headphones in. But they're both really great units. You know, I'd say you can't go wrong with either of them. But again, this is like double in price compared to that. So if you're looking for something, you know, for yourself that, you know, you want to take to the beach and something you don't mind losing or whatever, this is a great way to go. If you lose that, you're not going to sweat it too much. If I lose a F20, I'm going to feel it a little bit more, you know, at over $100 versus like under 50. Okay. All right, guys, I hope that helps a little bit. Again, if you want a deeper dive, I can get real technical about this and deeper dive into these. And I'm sure I'll be comparing this unit to other units coming up. And of course, Surfans, I have lots of videos comparing this to other Surfans and to other brands as a whole. So be sure and check back in the queue, okay? Thanks for watching, friends. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Click the link.